Okay, so let's do some practice. The warm-ups. Convert 12 inches to meters. So I write down what we are given, 12 inches, and we put that over 1. And I multiply it by a new fraction with the old unit on the bottom and preferably the new unit on top. But I do not know a relationship between inches and meters, and so I'm going to go through a secondary unit. I know the conversions between centimeters and inches and between centimeters and meters, so I can use that. In our charts from the previous lessons, we know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, and 100 centimeters is 1 meter. And so our inches cancel and our centimeters cancel, so I end up multiplying 12 times 2.54 and then divide by the 100 because the 100 is on the bottom, and I get 0.3048. 0.30. Converting 1 mile to centimeters. So I write down what we're given, 1 mile, put it over 1, multiply by a fraction, old unit on the bottom, new unit on top. I'm going to go to feet, and I know that 1 mile is 5,280 feet. I want to get to centimeters. Well, I know inches to centimeters, and I know inches to feet, so I'm going to go feet to inches, and then inches to centimeters. I know that 12 inches is 1 foot, and from previous charts, I know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. All of these numbers are on top, and so I'm just going to multiply them all together. Let's see here, 5,280 times 12 times 2.54, and I get 160,934. 160,934.4 to be precise. Okay, we're going to skip the SLO and all this stuff for now. You can read that on your own. Converting 7 centimeters to meters, I'm going to move the decimal point over 2 places, because as I go in our chart here, we have the regular old unit, then the decis, and then the centis, and then the millis. So we start off with 7 centimeters and we go over 2 places. That's going to be 0.07. Converting 13 grams to kilograms. Let's expand our chart here a little bit. So we start off with a plain old unit of 13 grams. We want to get to kilograms, so that's 3 places to the left. We're going to end up then with 0.013 kilograms. Reading the clock here, this is going to be approximately 2 o'clock, 24 centimeter, or 24 minutes. Looking at this one, we have 40 up to 50, and we have 10 dashes in between, so each dash is 1, and this is 1 dash above the 40 line, and so that's going to be 41. Here we have 5 dashes between the 10 and the 20, so each dash is worth 2. This is at the 4th dash above, so that means that it's 18. The length of these lines, this one here, comes down to this. So what is that one? Here's the 1, so that's the 0. And this is the half, so this is the quarter. It's a quarter above a half, which is going to be 3/4. This line here goes all the way up to there. which is, here's the 1, and we just said this is a quarter, so this is another quarter. This is going to be 1 1/4. This is the 1, this is a quarter, this is a half, so this is going to be another quarter. This is an eighth. It's an eighth, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8. 1 5/8. This one here is at the halfway mark between the 0 and the 1, so that's just a 1/2 inch. Read this note about quizzes. What can science study? It can study matter and energy. What can be considered a model? Equations, diagrams, flowcharts, small objects, drawings, anything that can be used to explain a concept. What are units or models used to do? To make predictions and to explain things. How do scientists see if a model is valid? They make a prediction and they test it and see if it comes out as we expected it or not. A model is worded in a way where there appears to be no way to make it, to use it to make a prediction. Is it a scientific model? No. In the black box activity, we shook boxes to try to figure out what was inside them. What's the main idea of this activity? That we first use observations, just our senses, to use logic in order to come up with a conclusion. But even more important than that, we used that then, or we tested it by making predictions and seeing if those predictions came true. Otherwise, we improved our models a little bit. But another big idea that was to be taught through that is that scientists do not get to open up the box at the end and see if they had the right answer or not. There is not a professor at the back of their research lab to tell them what the answer key says. Scientists just make their best guess as to what is the invisible object before them, and they just keep on going with it until something comes up that disproves them. And as long as nothing disproves it, they assume that they are correct. Number 7, what does it mean that science is not infallible? It's not mistake-proof. Number 8, what does it mean that science is not omniscient? It cannot know everything. Number 9, how many steps are there in the scientific method? There is no official list. Some textbooks have as few as 5, others have as many as 13. Can you do proper research without following the official steps of scientific method? Yes, you can. There is no official steps. So, and there's some kinds of research that do not really involve hypotheses and all that. They're just counting, for instance. Number 11, what is the basic idea of how to do research with a scientific method? Do it in a logical and repeatable way. Number 12, what should a scientist do if a prediction is based on a theory does not turn out as expected? Let's read that again. What should a scientist do if a prediction based on a theory does not turn out as expected? They should change the theory. Number 13, what is a universal negative? It's the idea such as there is no such thing as a purple penguin, to say that something does not exist in any place. That is a universal negative. Number 14, a theory is supported by a vast majority of scientists and is called a law. Some really good new evidence seems to contradict the theory. What should the researchers do? They should change the theory. Number 3, which is bigger? The kilogram is bigger than a milligram. Kilogram is 1,000 grams. A milligram is 1,000th. Which is bigger, centimeter or millimeter? A centimeter is bigger. A centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. 1,000 millimeters fit in a meter. Which is bigger, an inch or centimeter? An inch is bigger. An inch is worth 2.54 tiny centimeters. Which is the best estimate of a measure? Mass of a full can of soda, that's going to be right around 350 grams. The volume of a soda can is going to be about 350 milliliters. The height of a soda can is going to be about 12 centimeters. Let's see here. The diameter of a standard basketball is going to be about 30. volume of a basketball is going to be about 4 liters. Which means 1,000 grams. That's going to be a kilogram. What means 1,000th? That's going to be a milligram. 5 kilometers is going to be 5,700 meters. 52 milliliters is going to be 0.052 liters. We start off at milli and we want to get to liters. That's 1, 2, 3 units to the left. So we move our decimal point here 3 to the left, and that's where we end up. For number 11, we start off with kilo, and we want to get to plain old meters, so we go over to the right 3 times. So this decimal point over 3 times goes to 5,700. 47 meters to centimeters is from here to there. That's 2 steps to the right, and so that's going to be 4,700. 3 millimeters, we start off there. We want to get to regular old meters. That's 3 steps to the left. So the decimal point moves over 3 places. We're going to end up with A. If 2 people can eat 3 pizzas and 10 pizzas is 1 case, then how many cases are going to be needed for 20 people? Okay, so 20 people all over 1. 2 people is 3 pizzas, and 4 pizzas is 1 case. So we're going to multiply 20 times 3 divided by 2 divided by 4. 20 times 3 divided by 2 divided by 4 equals 7.5. You get, it's not written there. Let's try this one more time. Oh, I see it. It's not 4 pizzas, it's 10 pizzas are in 1 case. So 20 times 3 divided by 2 divided by 10 is going to be 3. Aha, there we go. 4 workers is 1 team, and 2 teams is 3 jobs. And convert, how many jobs can we do with 20 workers? So 20 workers, put it over 1. And we know that 4 workers is 1 team, and we know that 2 teams is 3 jobs. So we're going to divide 20 divided by 4 divided by 2, but then multiplied by 3 because the 3 is on top. So multiplying here, we have 20 times 3 divided by 4 divided by 2 equals 7.5. How many centimeters are in a meter? That's just something to memorize, 100. Just like there are 100 cents in a dollar, 100 centimeters in a meter. Number 18, how many millimeters are in a meter? That's going to be 1,000. I guess it's a little bit in ancient history for you folks nowadays, but when we turn the year 2000, we were all talking about the new millennium. Millimeters, millennium, both mean thousands. So the year 2000 was the new millennium. Number 19. How many grams are in a kilogram? That's again 1,000 kilos. Let's see here. How do you convert 5 feet to centimeters? So you have 5 feet over 1. That's what all 3 options have. Then you multiply by a new fraction with the old feet at the bottom. So this would work. This would not work. This is bad because it has inches on the bottom there. This has feet. Okay, and then we have 12 inches. Go along. Oh, it's 12 inches, not 12 centimeters. So this is wrong here. And this is going to be the right answer then. Which setup is the correct way to convert 3 centimeters to inches? So we start off with the 3 centimeters over 1. That's good in all of them. And we multiply. That's good with all of them. The new fraction over here with the old centimeters on the bottom. This is not it. This is inches on the bottom, so that's bad. This is good. This is good. This is bad. Okay, the new old unit, new unit on top, inches is good. And we know that the inch is bigger than the centimeter. And so 1 inch is 2 of the smaller centimeters. So this is 1 right there. Number 27. The largest soap bubble was 50 feet long, which is how many inches? So this is 50 over 1, and we know that 1 foot is 12 inches, so we multiply 50 times 12. 50 times 12 equals 600. That's a 600. Largest donut was 2,099 pounds. How many grams is that? And this is 2 steps. So let's write that up here. 2,099 pounds, put it over 1. And then we know that 1 pound is 16 ounces. And we know that 1 ounce is 28 grams. So all these numbers are on top, and so we're going to multiply them all. 2,099 times 16 times 28 equals, and we get 940,352. Next, 2.31 kilometers is how many feet? I'm going to write it out over here. 2.31 kilometers, put it over 1. And then let's see here. Let's take a look at our charts back here and see if we can find some nicer conversions. The only way that I know to do it off the top of my head is very, very long. We know that 1 mile is 5,280 feet and 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. We want to convert from kilometers to feet. So let's do kilometers to miles. And we just said that 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. So I put the 1 by the mile and 1.6 by the kilometers. And then we also know that 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So I'm going to divide 2.31 divide by 1.6, because that's on the bottom, and then the 5,280 gets multiplied since it's on top. So 2.31 times, divide by 1.6 times 5,280 equals 762,300. 2 gallons is how many liters? Okay, so I write down the 2 gallons, put it over 1, times with gallons on the bottom, and I'm going to go to quarts on top, and then from quarts to liters. I know that 1 gallon is 4 quarts, and let's see here. 1 gallon is 4 quarts, 1 quart is 2 pints, 1 liter is 1.057 quarts. 1.057 quarts, 1 liter. So I multiply 2 times 4, and then I divide by 1.057. So 2 times 4 divided by 1.057 equals 7.56. 1 year is how many seconds? Lots of steps with that. So let's do this one at the bottom. 1 year, put it over 1. I know that 1 year is 365.25 days. And I know that 1 day is 24 hours. And I know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. And I know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. All of these numbers are on top. I have everything on ones on the bottom. So I'm just going to multiply everything. 365.25. Whoops. Come on, where's my clear button? There, we got it. Okay, 365.25 times 24 times 60 times 60. So we have 315,576,000. 315,576,000. Put in some commas. That's 31 million. Okay, the thickness of the world's largest lollipop was 18.6 inches, which is equal to how many millimeters? So we have 18.6 inches, put it over 1. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, and 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. End up multiplying everything. 18.6 times 2.54 times 10. It's 472. A motorized sofa can go 87 miles per hour. Convert this to kilometers per minute. Actually, this is not going to be tested, so we're going to skip that. Okay, more practice. 3 centimeters. You should pause the video and try to do these all on your own. I'm just going to give you the answers without a whole lot of explanation. 3 centimeters is 0.03 meters. 53.2 meters is going to be 53200 millimeters. 8.3 kilometers is going to be 8,300 meters. 50.3 grams is going to be 0.0503 kilograms. 1,352 grams is going to be 1352000 milligrams. That's 1,352,000. 2.3 inches is how many centimeters? I'm going to have to multiply 2.3 times 2.54, and I get 5.842. 60 centimeters is going to be 0.60 meters. Which is the best estimate of the height of the ceiling in the classroom? 1 meter is only going to be about 3 feet. Remember, a meter is about a yard, which is 3 feet, and our ceiling is right around 9-10 feet, so the closest is going to be about 3 meters. What is the best estimate of mass of a cell phone? You think about how light a cell phone is. A kilogram is 2.2 pounds, about that of a large glass of soda, and that's definitely going to be more than a cell phone, so kilograms is out. A single gram is about a paper clip, and a cell phone is a whole lot more than a paper clip, so 2 grams is out, leaving about 200 grams as the only reasonable option. Okay, centi. There's 100 centis in a regular liter. Milli means 1,000th. So there's 1,000 milliliters in a single liter. There's 1,000 liters in a single kiloliter, and there's 1,000,000 liters in a megaliter. Mega, you can think of the lottery game called Mega Millions to help you remember that. What is the best estimate of the volume of a coffee cup? Remember, a single milliliter is about that of a die or a pea. So decimal point 2 of a milliliter is a fraction of a pea. That's too small. That's not the volume of a coffee cup. And 20 peas, I can fit a lot more than 20 peas in a coffee cup, so it's more than 20 milliliters. 2 milliliters is equally preposterous, so that's the only reasonable one there. What's the best estimate for the mass of a marker? Okay, remember, again, a gram is a paper clip, so a fraction of a paper clip is out. 2 paper clips, that's not enough to make a marker. 1,000 paper clips, boy, that's a pretty hefty hunk of metal there. If you have 1,000 paper clips, that's more than a box full. So this is out, so that means that 100 is the only reasonable one. Number 20, what is the best estimate for the width of a standard student desk? Okay, I almost have that on the screen right now, but you can think of a centimeter is about the width of my pinky. So a desk is more than 5 pinkies across, It's not 5,000 pinkies. It's not even 500 pinkies. Holy cow! Here's 10 fingers worth. So it's 10 centimeters would be the most appropriate estimate for the width of a piece of paper, and a desk is more than that. So anyway, 50 sounds good. On a meter stick, what do the tick marks represent? That's millimeters. On a meter stick, what do the numbers represent? Most of the time, they represent centimeters. How many centimeters in a meter? 100, just like 100 cents in a dollar. How many millimeters in a centimeter? 10. With the tick marks, there are 10 tiny tick marks for every number that's printed on a standard meter stick. How many millimeters in a meter? 1,000. There are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. There are 1,000,000 meters in a megameter. There are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. 1,000 milliliters in a liter. To convert between milli and kilo, just move the decimal point as you move in the chart of the decaheca kilo things. Million units is mega. Number 32, the tick marks on a traditional meter stick represents millimeters, and the numbers represent centimeters. Number 3, there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter. And that's the end.